So fellas, what we have here is a oil pan for an LS style engine. This was supposed to be a bolt-on part. Bolt-on. It was supposed to fit straight up, no, just bolt it up and fit. Well, as you can see, it didn't fit. I had to either notch the oil pan or notch the cross member on the car. This was hitting the front of the cross member. Here's the part I took off of it. I took about a ½ an inch off. It was rubbing on the welds. Let me see if I can get you a picture of where it was rubbed. Right there. I don't know if you can see that. Right there is where it was hitting. So I took about a ½ an inch off. I cut this piece out, cleaned it up, did everything all nice to the oil pan. Scotch brightered it. I made this patch panel right here, as you can see, this little L section. I have it tacked it in place right now, and I'm just gonna weld out. Yeah, I could have made it in two pieces, so this and this, but I bent this 90 degree on the press brake just so I wouldn't have to put so much heat into this joint right here. You could do it either or, but instead of two joints, now I'm just welding one straight here, one up top here, and then obviously down the sides. On the inside, it's not going to affect oil capacity too much. I don't even know if you can see that in there, but maybe like I don't know, a couple ounces, maybe like 10 ounces total, which isn't a big deal. I just overfill the pan a little bit. But I got all the oil out, purple powered it, power washed it, blow dried, made sure there was no aluminum shavings, residue from cutting and grinding. You have to make sure all that's out. Give it a good acetone wipe. I even scotch brightered the edges right here, you can see. And I'm just gonna lay a bead all the way down here, all the way there. I'm using 53/56, 1/16. You could use 3/32 if you want to, but that's what I'm using. So let me get this welded up and I'll bring you guys back. So here we are, fully welded. It went pretty good. It wasn't not difficult at all. As long as your fit up is great, you won't have any issues. I just made sure to run it hot and really drive the filler in there. I haven't looked on the inside, but it should be full penetration. It is, yes. This is made out of 1/8 inch. This flange looks like 3/8. I'd like it to be, or if I were to make this pan, I definitely do 1/2 inch flange, and then probably 3/16 wall. This flange is a little warped, but the bolt should take care of that. That's how it came. I did reach out to the company that I bought this from. I don't want to name any names, but I told them what happened, and they sent me out a new pan, and they said just keep both since they have no use for the old one. But I managed to fix this one, and then I have the old one sitting over there. But yeah, wasn't too bad. I decided to do it in quadrants of 3, so 1, 2, 3. You could run the whole thing. This is where I tacked it, so I just decided to weld up to the tacks and then back up. These shorter ones I did all in one burst. Yeah, it came out pretty good. So if you ever need to do this, just a little tip for you guys: make sure the aluminum is very clean. And when you cut aluminum, let me see if I can find a piece for you guys. When you cut aluminum, it looks like this, either with a grinder or whatever you need. The edges look like that. Just take a file and smooth that out, very smooth, so there's no grinding marks or anything. And then I usually like to wash it with soap and water, and then a little bit of degreaser. I have a separate video about intercooler piping on that, of how I like to prep my aluminum, so if you haven't seen that, go check that out. But yeah, I'd say came out pretty good. It's ready to install back on the motor and dropped in with tranny. But you could see it. That's how much off I need to take, about a ½ an inch. So that should work great now. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Catch you in the next one.